Pure Mathematics 1, Chapter 1, Algebra, Topic Inequality. Solving an inequality is not really different from solving an equation. The difference between them is that the solution for inequality, it gives solution a range of possible values. A range like I want to find the value of x, so x in this range, or maybe x greater than k, greater than equal to k or something. It's a range of possible value. And for equation they give specific value like x equal to 1.5, or maybe y equal to 9.6 or something like that. It gives specific value, and here they give a range of possible values. So now we're moving to the next part. Is some notice about inequality. You can see that obviously 3 smaller than 5, right? But now when we multiply minus 1 to x side, so we have minus 3 and minus 5. Obviously minus 3 is greater than minus 5. So the notice here is that when you multiply an inequality, multiply or divide an inequality by a negative number, it reverses the sign of the inequality. It reverses the sign. At first it is smaller, and then when we multiply by minus 1, it is greater. And when you have something like this, you have minus 5y greater than 5. Now you want to find the possible value range for y, and now you want to divide both parts by minus 5, so you can get y. If you divide both parts by minus 5, you have to change the sign, less than minus 1, because 5 divided by minus 5 is minus 1. So here's my value. You have to change the sign. At first it was greater, then you divide it by a negative number, it's minus 5. You change the sign to smaller. Now we are going to work on some inequality problems. And first of all, I have a question. Find k. In order to make this equation, x squared plus kx plus 4 has real root. We all know that when they say something related to real root or something, we think of this one, e squared minus 4ac, which is called the discriminant. If they say here has real root, it can be either one real root or two real root. So it must be greater than or equal to 2, because it can either one real root equal to 0 or two real root which is greater than 0. But as a combination, it is greater than or equal to 0. B squared minus 4ac. In here, b squared is k squared minus 4 times 1 is a times c is 4 greater than 0. So k squared minus 16 greater than 0, so k squared greater than 16. We know that so k will greater than 4. This one is obvious, but we have to think the other solution as well. K smaller than or equal to 4 minus 4. Why? If you take something at minus 5, which is smaller than minus 4, you square then it will be 25, which is greater than 16. So it's also true. So you have to take both sides of this one to ensure that you have enough values, enough answer for this question. Now we'll solve the next problem on inequalities. This one is a very common one, you have to be aware. Pay attention for this part, please. 3x squared, so the inequality, but 5x minus 2 greater than 0. So first thing that you have to factorize this one because it is a quadratic equation. Let me think here. I have a way to factorize this one. 3x squared minus 6x plus 6x minus x, but we only have 5x plus with 6x. We have to minus x to ensure that it is equal to this one, minus 2 greater than 0. So 3x x plus 2 minus x plus 2 greater than 0. So x plus 2 as a common factor, 3x minus 1 greater than 0. When you have to factor multiply each other and it is greater than 0, you have to think about two situations. You should notice that the square bracket means that you can have either this one or either this one, and this bracket means that you have to have both of this one, here and here, here and here. So in the case of x plus 2 greater than 0, both of them have to be greater than 0, so when they multiply by each other it is greater than 0. Or the other situation is that both of them are smaller than 0. So when they multiply, they also greater than 0 too. 3x minus 1 greater than 0. So we solve this one. X greater than minus 2 and x greater than 1 over 3. And from here, we solve it. X smaller than minus 2 or x smaller than 1 over 3. So look at this one. Here we have two options, which is x greater than minus 2 and x greater than 1 over 3. Here we choose x greater than 1 over 3. But when x is greater than 1 over 3, it's obviously it is greater than minus 2 because 1 over 3 is greater than minus 2. Here we choose x smaller than minus 2 because when x is smaller than minus 2, it's obviously it will smaller than 1 over 3 because minus 2 is smaller than 1 over 3. So the possible value of x, it can be either the solution for the inequality is x greater than 1 over 3 or x smaller than minus 2. Two possible solutions. Remember that when you get something like that, you have to be aware there are two cases. If these two are smaller than 0, so one of them here, one of them will greater than 0 and the other one will smaller than 0, and the other condition they switch to each other, so this one will be smaller than 0 and this one will be greater than 0.